Now guys, welcome back to part 3 of my Undertaker figure collection. Next up we got a Jack Specific figure. I can't remember where I got this. He just has his coat. I think this came without a coat and my brother gave me a coat for him. And he's got his... Actually, wow. Oh, he's got one white skull on this side. And nothing on the other. Wow, isn't that extraordinary? Here he's making a scowling looking face. He's got a Sarah tattoo. No hat. He has no hat. No hat! And a scratched head. Yep, that's that one. I don't know what series this is from again, guys, sorry. Next we got a really cool one here. Another one that I picked up in Liverpool last year. Now this one is, I'd say, extremely rare. I can't remember the name of these ones. It's in the back of my head, I just can't think of it right now. I was in my head earlier on. But it's pretty cool, not much articulation, just the arms go up and down, waist swivel, head don't move. But if you so wanted to, you could unscrew him from the base, if you wanted to just have him stand alone. But this would be based from his 1998 appearance. Don't know why the tattoos are purple, my brother brought up that point earlier on and it made me think. But they seem to be reasonably accurate enough looking. Yeah, because he's got his Thinking Demon... Sorry, that's not... He's got his Thinking Demon tattoo here. His Grim Reaper tattoo here. So a lot of these are fairly accurate tattoos. Which is actually not in Jack Specific's playbook. But still, pretty damn cool overall. Next we've got Elite... I don't know whether this is 8 or 11. I think this is Elite 8. Yeah, the red skulls were Elite 8. This came with the coat I put on the Network Spotlight Undertaker. I thought that coat looked better on him, as I said before, but I loved this Undertaker head sculpt. It was the next one. Actually, I think this was the second ever Undertaker head sculpt that Mattel have done. This one was definitely a big step up than the original one. The original one just looked absolutely horrible. But on this he got his red demon wings. The tattoos again. This was a second-hand figure. I bought this off this, I think, on adverts.ie. Tattoos are sadly scuffed up a bit. But he's got his arm pad. A bit of paintwork might be okay on some of the scratches, but there's no way you can fix the tattoo work. But still, strong Undertaker figure overall. And then next we have got the Elite 11. Basically the same Undertaker figure, but blue demon wings. And the tattoos are less scuffed. I did a bit of paintwork on the goatee. Still could have done a better job. The likeness is pretty strong. Good figure overall. He's got all his tattoos. Except his center neck tattoo after removing Sarah. And then he got his youngest daughter's tattoo, I'm pretty sure. Then we have got the actual Spotlight Undertaker on the basic body. But again, I moved the head from the Elite onto the basic and I put the robe on the basic. So yeah, that's a pretty cool figure as well. Really good Undertaker head sculpt. I do believe they released a basic with the FX. Again, with the less articulation on the arms, sadly. But this on FX, I really need to get. Because I probably do another head swap then. Yeah, he's got his hood. Comes on and off. Velcro straps on the robe. Hey! Wanna be my friend? Ooh, can I have a beer? No, Undertaker. No. Let me have a beer. No, you've had enough. No. Hi! Next we've got a Classic Superstar series. Old school Undertaker rocking the purple gloves, but strangely he's got white boots. This I don't know. He's got his tie. The biker Bone Crunchers Undertaker I showed in part 1. This is a painted black haired one. The only thing they should have done with this was paint the eye makeup, the purples underneath his eyes and above his eyes. This is pretty accurate with the tattoos because he would have had less tattoos at this point. He's got his purple gloves. his tie. But for some reason, they didn't put it in Ruthless Aggression form. They went back to the Tron style of figures. I don't know why they opted for this, but there's always a method to the madness, isn't there? But I'm thinking I might paint these purple at some point, just to make it a bit accurate to correspond with the gloves. But still, nonetheless, very strong Undertaker figure. I love this one. It did not cost me a lot. I got it on eBay. I'm not sure how cheap you'll find others, but I was lucky enough to find this very cheap. Next we have got a Then Now Forever Undertaker from the Grey Gloves. Now, the body for this was originally a Heritage figure. I bought a second one, and I did just a part swap. I swapped the arms out from the basic, and I ended up giving the basic to my brother. But yeah, again, he would have had the less tattoos at this point. This is right before he got the whole sleeves done, and again, he wouldn't have had any like tights designs. He's got his grey boots and kick pads. He's got a painted full beard connected to the sideburns that he would have had at that time. Very good head work, or head sculpt. Again, a lot of Undertakers from the 90s style have this head sculpt, but I think it works really well. But I would love to see them do a head sculpt where they would have had the hair covering the face a bit, just like they have the Drew McIntyre figure. That figure I need, by the way. But yeah, I've turned this basic into an Elite. Very easy to do if you have a Heritage, WrestleMania Heritage Undertaker Elite. Then we have got, I think, another SummerSlam basic wave. This is from his fight with Edge in the Hell in a Cell in 2007, I think. No, 2008, sorry, I apologise. Where he had brand new Demon logos on the side. I thought they were pretty cool as well. The hair should have been made a bit more shorter though, like shoulder length, but overall, very strong Undertaker figure. Apart from the head scan, this would have been one of the original Undertaker head scans. I think that looked trash. The paint was horrible, the hairline was off. Jax, I think, did the better head sculpt than this one. But Mattel over the years have really knocked it out of the park with their head sculpts that they're doing now. And they're releasing, of course, a Walmart exclusive, which we don't have here. And it's from his WrestleMania entrance where he fought Roman Reigns, but wearing the attire when he teamed with Roman Reigns. That figure is fantastic. Epic looking. I will get it. I will get it. Mark my words. Next we have got the WrestleMania 33. Well, based off his WrestleMania 33 attire, but the coat is inaccurate. So I did a head swap to suit the figure. This is from the basic 100 again. I bought two of those basics to do head swaps. You got your cloth coat, plastic hat, standard Undertaker pants, no design on the sides. Yeah, he's got the tongue sticking out, tattoos on the neck. Pretty good Undertaker figure. Very solid. Looks better with that head scan, by the way. I know this is not Undertaker, but this pallbearer goes well with the Undertaker, and I got another pallbearer that'll go well with the Kane. This represents his ghoulish look from when he managed the Undertaker in the early 90s. This is a Jax figure. Jax urn. For some reason they went with a cloth shirt, but the tie, they went for like the Dickie Bow style tie when he had a full tie. I don't know why, but it's still pretty good, and the likeness to Paul Bearer is uncanny. Jax really knocked it out with this one. Next we have a SmackDown series Undertaker. This is based on his 99 Ministry of Darkness look. Again, another head scan like this. Looks good. It's nice to have this one to compare to the Defining Moments one as well. I think this one kind of looks better in the head though. This one looks more like Undertaker than the Defining Moments, in my opinion. You guys may think differently, but everyone has their own opinion. The plate actually comes off here. I'm molded on TX. The cape comes off, but I'm not taking that off. It's, believe it or not, it's actually very hard to take off and put on again. You literally have to fight with most Undertaker figures with accessories to take on and off. Next we have got the Oh, what's this? What's this series called? The Hall of Champions. Hall of Champions Undertaker Ministry look again, where when he teamed with the Big Show back in '99. The Undertaker and Big Show captured the World Tag Team Championships. Molded on TX on the chest. The likeness to the Undertaker is very good. I would love to see this revisited with the FX, because I think this is a very strong Undertaker head sculpt overall. He's got the TXs on the side of his tights. No special sculpted boots. They're just standard lace-up boots. There's no TXs on like the defining moments, sadly. Next, we have the Lost Legends series Undertaker with mask, which does come off. I did put the hat on the basic, as I said earlier on, and there's the hat. I was actually meant to have that on the basic. I apologise. But yeah, they did Elite Series 23. They did the figure, but there was like a bluish tint to the gloves and boots. But I think they made it better with this one. It's more accurate. And the mask, of course, guys, it does come off, revealing that dead, ghoulish look. I will feast upon your maggot-infested carcass. And of course, the mask easily it's not easy to do it with one hand though, and the mask goes back on. So yeah, I love this figure. I didn't think I'd find it here where I live, but I was lucky. Next, we have got a Jack-specific Ruthless Aggression style Undertaker. Tongue sticking out. No detailed tattoos, they're just basically squiggles. But for some reason, I like this one. They reused that one on the Deluxe, but different hair sculpt. And you've got your white Phenom's Death Crew logos on the sides. No neck tattoo. And then we have an Elite Undertaker from his fight with CM Punk. Good head scan, pretty strong. You got the orange TX and Rest in Peace PB on an urn on the other side. This figure's really good. That came with the entrance cut that I have on the basic 21-0 looking figure. But I'd rather have the Elite figures loose, because you can actually pose them when they're in their rubber entrance gears. You literally cannot do anything with them. It's just really fucking hard to like get a good decent pose out of it. Oh wow, we're down to our final two Undertaker figures, both Jacks. This was, I like to call these figures flexies. This was in a double pack with Kane. I got this second hand and it was actually in mint condition. Like, there was no wear or tear or nothing on this. This was literally came out of its pack. Unfortunately, I didn't get to open that pack, but look at, it's grand. Good strong Undertaker head scan. You want to get a good look at that? I think the likeness is very much there. Tattoos again are just squiggles all over the place. You can't make out any detail. Just some weird old guy with a long beard and hair, and then a bunch of castles and skulls. The castle is actually very accurate though. He does have that castle tattoo on his shoulder. But yeah, removable vest, but I'd rather keep it on because it makes the Undertaker figure look better. Yeah, good figure. And now our final Undertaker figure. The friend that I keep mentioning that has picked up Undertaker figures for me in the past. He also got me this one on Christmas. Again, second hand, but I think it's a very strong figure. That coat is very good. Sculpted on coat sleeves. Bandana's a little bit wear and tear, but that's sculpted on too. No BSK tattoo, no Sarah tattoo. No design on the side of the pants. But I think this figure's very good. I mean, even back then, Jack Specific were still nailing it with head scans. I think this was a very strong Undertaker head sculpt. But for some reason, I think they screwed up the paint around the facial hair. As my brother described earlier on, it looks like he was eating spaghetti. I want a spaghetti. You give me spaghetti now? Hey, you. Oh, little boy over there. You give me spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti, ravioli. Well, that's been my whole entire Undertaker collection figures. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, like, subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back in the next few days with my Kane collection. This is Wrestling or Horror Wrestling Inc. saying good night, sleep tight.